Nice to meet you. Welcome to
first time.
Pop Trigger.
All right, so Sawyer, you're a filmmaker.
Yes.
And I watched some of your films, and they're so artistically amazing. I
Yes.
feel like every shot that I saw, and I watch a lot of movies. How did you get started in all of this?
Kind of backwards. I just writing a lot, finding stories I cared about, and I was an aspiring actor in LA, and I just realized that acting wasn't doing it for me. It was quite surface level. I just wanted to be a good actor. I wanted people to like me, and then when I found the depth you can go with like telling a story truthfully, I just kind of got hooked.
And so, what's your favorite film that you've made? What was, I guess, the more specific question is like, when you made a movie, which one was the first one where you're like, oh my goodness, this is where I want to focus, and now I feel like I'm not just getting into it, but I know what the hell I'm doing.
I don't know.
That's a good question.
Yeah, two answers for that. I mean, the first thing I ever directed on YouTube was this short film called Strangers. It was like a horror film, and it was 27 minutes. And we had a 97% retention rate, and it had like
Wow.
700,000 views. So that was kind of when I was like, maybe I'd want to put more time into this. And then I made a short film with my buddy Vincent Sear, who's the star of the feature I'm finishing up right now. And it was called Welcome to Tokyo. And it was like a very voiceover-y type, like Shutter Island meets Wolf of Wall Street aesthetic. And that's when I was just like, I love this.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I think what's really interesting about you and why you've been so successful with and have such an intricate aesthetic is because you have the background as an actor, you have the background as a writer, and you're able to see things, in my mind, from all these different sides. So you have this very different, unique perspective. So with your new film coming out, Parallax Theory, what can the viewers expect from that? I know that the hero in the film is rather young.
Yeah, he is. He's 25. He's my age. Yeah.
Wow. Do you think
Yeah.
you could save the world at 25?
Man, I hope better than he does.
Oh my gosh.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah. What
Yeah.
was Parallax Theory like? How did you get started with it? I know that you're involved with Ron Howard and his team.
How did you get involved with Ron Howard?
Yes.
They approached me.
Yeah.
They approached me to collaborate on a short film, and I had this recurring dream 3 times, and I was like,
Sam is getting chills right
I-
now. This is what she does. She puts her
Yeah.
hand up like this, and it just means like, oh my God, I'm
It's like,
terrified
wait a
of what the
second.
next
I-
thing you're going to say is
I
going to be.
believe it. I
Yeah.
believe in reoccurring dreams.
Yeah.
I believe in intuition. It's happened to me, so I'm just, tell me. I'm a sponge. Give it to me.
Okay, all right, so-
Maybe it can rub off on me. Okay.
so in the dream, I'm driving down the 405 in LA, the highway.
That's already terrifying.
Well, it's completely empty, so that's how you know it's a dream,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
So,
That's never happened.
I'm driving this old truck. I'm in the driver's seat. Cameras in the back of the car, so I'm framed left. The passenger seat's framed right. It's empty, but there's a shotgun in the seat, and it's just out the windshield. And for like 2.5 minutes, I'm just driving, no emotion, and it's just bouncing along. And the whole time in the dream, I'm like, why is this happening? Like, what's going on? And then there's this star in the sky after like 2.5 minutes that had been there the whole time, but you never really realized. And it breaks the atmosphere, and it's a meteor. And I just unflinchingly keep driving, and I watch it track down across the sky and hit 100 miles in front of me. It sends out a shockwave, and I just kind of flip, go all weightless. And I woke up, and it happened 3 times.
And you're like, that's my next movie.
Well, yeah. Well, basically, that turned into be the original final shot of the film, and I just worked my way backwards.
Whoa.
Sam,
Yeah.
Yes.
do you believe in like, uncovering the secret hidden messages in dreams?
Yeah.
So what do you think is a secret message in this dream other than make a movie out of
Well,
it?
I think that there's multiple messages in his dream. Number one, it was your intuition telling you this is going to be your next film and you need to work your way there. But I also think that you felt pressure and I'm totally just making this up as I go along.
This. It's fascinating.
But I do feel like if I can imagine, if you continue to have a dream where you're just driving and the 405 means something to you, it probably means like chaotic. It means it's a road, so it takes you from getting from point A to point B. You had this earning to get from point A to point B. I'm getting somewhere. And you felt the pressure, hence the meteor, in order to get it accomplished.
I'm also
yes, see.
There we go. That's amazing.
I think I was
amazing.
just driving myself into an early grave.
That's it. I think it means that you're on a path and something very significant that will change
It's
your
gonna
life.
destroy me.
It's just everyone gets destroyed by the best things in their lives.
That is true.
But I think that's so. Here's when you get an idea. How do you know that it's good enough to spend what ends up being weeks, months? Some people spend years, decades on movies. How do you know it's good enough? What's that voice inside you say?
I mean, to be honest, I'm not a comedy guy. I like watching comedy, but everything I've ever pulled from, any reason I've ever wanted to write anything has always come from like an inner turmoil. So I have 27 films on my back burner, like log lines, concepts I'm working on. But every now and then, what I'm going through in the moment syncs up with what one of the characters is going through at its core. Wow. And it's kind of like a magnet. Like, I can't let it go. I don't want to see friends. I don't want to eat. I don't want to sleep. I just have to. I got to figure out how they got to this point in their life, and it's a bad addiction.
Wow. So
I feel like pause. We need to take a pause and compete with that. Are we ready to scream for Sawyer? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Woo! That's
People
right.
stop.
That's right. Whoever that is
intense.
over there, that's right.
Yeah, we showed you.
We sure did.
Yeah. Ha!